morning, guys. Well, we're here at the Edible Garden. It's a little bit foggy here. We've left the sun back in Wales. So Brian's here with me, and Peter Edwards has come down to say hello to us. So yeah, we're just going to get in there. We're going to have a browse around. What are you expecting? You're coming tomorrow, I believe, Peter?
I'm coming tomorrow, yeah. Aaron got me a ticket tomorrow. I didn't come last year, but I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody and just catching up with all the people that you see the faces on the computer.
Excellent. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Marine will be down here with you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what are you expecting in there today, Brian?
Well, I'm quite interested in the products, really, all the new stuff for 2016, and just basically meeting people that, viewers watch us on YouTube. That's what I think is going to be key, isn't it?
Yeah. And that is why we come to these shows. We enjoy the look around and everything else, but it's getting out and putting faces to names for people that we've been talking to for the last few years, So
Pete being one of them, and
Pete being one of them,
He's got a YouTube channel, Pete.
Pete's Back Garden. Well, it's called Peter Edwards. I haven't changed the name yet, but a little bit shaky because I haven't got all the kit that these boys have got. But 130 subscribers yesterday. It's getting
Excellent.
there. It's just a bit of fun, and the best bit about it is enjoying in and meeting guys like you.
So get over to Pete's channel, guys, and have a little look, and
you like
press the subscribe button.
Your giant onions and your big leeks.
Yeah,
right
hopefully.
Anyway, we'll see you inside. So we're at the Edible Garden now inside, and we're just going to take a look around what's going on. We're in the section where it's a little bit like a marketplace where you got all different wines and cheeses and things. So we're just going to have a little wander around here today. We'll have a look at some of the stalls, and then we'll get in and get some interviews and stuff done with other people. The National Trust here. They always end up signing up people at the Edible Garden. In fact, last year we signed up to them as well, so it's a really good place for getting to know all about sort of animals and stuff. And I think it's important that we do sort of support organisations like that. There's loads of stuff going on. We'll stay away from that today because we've got to drive back, so there'll be no wine for us today. But yeah, there's Rob over here who won the allotment challenge. So we'll have a chat with him maybe a bit later on. He's busy at the moment. Seems to be all sorts of stuff here. I mean, you wouldn't think it for a gardening thing, but they got yak culture, So this area, guys, is just all about sort of foods and stuff like that, cheeses, wines, jellies, special knives and things. You all right? How's it going? Look, a nice set. So there's loads of stuff going on here. And there's a lot of companies using fresh produce. Yeah, gotta have him following me. There's a little talk show going on here.
Yeah, and it's more difficult with a piece of paper.
A little cooking program. We go up this way. And they'll do things like this throughout the whole show. They'll do presentations and talks and things like that. And I think it's good that they're doing these things and demonstrations because it shows people what they can do with the produce they're growing on your own allotments. So we're going to work down into Hall 2. And down in Hall 2 is where all of the other talkers are and bloggers and other companies. So we're going to get down there. We're going to have a chat with some people down there, guys. Now we're coming into Hall 2, guys, and in Hall 2, again, loads of stalls for the likes of King Seeds, the Garden Store, and other companies like that, Thomson and Morgan. You'll have Kida, the greenhouse manufacturers. We're going to have an interview with those later on as well. Loads of fertilisers here, vermiculates. It is really a one-stop shop with these shows. You can pretty much get anything you want at them. So it is really good. Well, this is Kevin's stall, but he doesn't seem to be here. Maybe he's getting ready for his talk. So, but that's Kevin's stall. It's giantveg.co.uk. Get and check him out, guys. We did speak about Kevin and Ian Neal. As you can see in the top right-hand corner, Kevin's marrow, superb, and lots and lots of giant veg going on here. And here's Kev here. Hello, mate. Hey, Kev. We're just giving you a shout out on the channel, mate. You all right? Yeah, good. We bought some 6X, is it? Yeah, excellent. How's it going, all right? Yeah, yeah, brilliant. We're getting around this slowly, you know what it's like. But I'll come and have a proper chat with you later on. You were busy earlier when we passed, so we left you to it.
Are you sleeping bag in there for the night?
Well, it's just a little bit of kit, isn't it? You know, can't go to any good show without all the kit.
Scientist about the new nanotechnology.
No, we haven't talked to him about that. That'd be worth having a chat.
We've got a real professor here who's
excellent
invented a new
nanotechnology.
fertilizer. Yeah, you need to get to know about that. It's a Lawbex product that we're going to create for the consumer market.
Is it?
I'm within our garden.
Hello, mate. You all right? How you doing?
See you.
I'm Tony from UK Eurogrow.
Yeah.
Apparently, you've got something that you can share with us.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen the two raised beds that we've got here, but you can see an obvious difference between the product here that's been grown with our Lawbex nano feed versus the competitor brand over there. So essentially, our take on it was, from a university perspective, was to look at food security.
Okay.
So we were looking at nutritional value of food, yields of food, and accessibility of those nutritional values, if you like, to the globe. So our starting point was to look at iron deficiency anemia. So we set ourselves a target 5 years ago to make a potato one of your 5 a day,
right,
in terms of your fruit and veg.
Yeah.
So everyone likes a potato, everyone likes a chip, but it doesn't count as one of your 5 a day. So what we wanted to do then was to try and increase the nutrient value of that. So we've done work in humans, so my background is as a medicinal chemist.
Okay.
And we've done work with some of the big pharmaceutical companies in terms of making minerals more bioavailable to us, so we can have iron tablets and things like that. So again, looking at iron deficiency anemia. We've worked with some of the other food production companies in terms of spraying chemicals and things for fortifying cereals, for example, and we got good data on that. But then, as I say, the challenge was, well, can we actually grow plants to have a higher nutritional value?
Which is the way it should be, really, isn't it?
So that's what we wanted to do. And so we looked at, how you feed plants at the moment, what the available minerals, trace minerals are to the plants. So we'll take iron for an example. So I'm not sure how much you're aware, but if you're creating a plant feed, you've got all your trace minerals that tend to be in there, and you'll tend to solubilize them. The chemists will tend to solubilize them.
They're not all readily taken up by the plant.
They'll solubilize them using something like a phosphate or a nitrate, but what that effectively does is it increases the amount of salt in there.
That's right,
So your electrical conductivity, your EC level, increases. And to grow a plant, you want to be growing about 1.5 to 2 on the EC scale. If you start putting lots of salt in there, it's going to drive it up, and then the plants just shut down. So what your chemists will then do is they'll come along and they'll get the trace mineral and they'll put it inside what they call a chelate or a ligand. So the one you'll see a lot on the back of your bottles is EDTA, and it's a chemical which has got basically 6 fingers. I've only got 5, and it bites on to the metal, so one single metal. So if you imagine you have super glue on the ends of each of your fingers and you hold on to a tennis ball or a ping pong ball, you can remove a couple of the fingers, but you can never remove all of the fingers. And that's what that ligand was designed to do. It was designed to bite on to the metal and extract it. So if you were a Russian spy and you got polonium-210 in your system, the hospital would give you EDTA to flush out all of the minerals. And that's what the chemists have been using for decades now in terms of putting it in there, because it's neutral and so it doesn't affect the EC level. So we went back to the drawing board and said, well, okay, what are the natural forms of iron, for example? Their plants have been growing on for millennia. So we targeted iron oxide, and particularly magnetite, as being the most abundant form of iron on the planet. Now, iron, if you get iron oxide, you can get a big magnet, big rock or crystal like that, but your plant's not going to ever be able to latch onto that and grow it. So what we did is we decided to say, well, let's take it down to a scale that's applicable to the plant. So what can the plant digest? Same as you or I, if we eat something, you can eat it. You can eat something, but you know how many bites of it you need to take to get access to it. So we started to make these particles on a nano scale. So nano is defined as being between 1 nanometer and 100 nanometers in size. And so nano isn't anything to be scared of. If you think about two molecules coming together, make it, and then growing and growing and growing. And if you leave it to grow, it'll continue to grow into a big diamond ring or wherever it might be that you're interested in having. And so the concept was we want to control the size of that particle growth. So it's bigger than your single ion, but it's smaller than your big rock. So it's small enough then that it's on the same scale it can be taken up by the plant. So we engineered our nanoparticles to be about 10 to 15 nanometers in diameter, products like amino acids as well. So by combining the iron oxide magnetite nanoparticles with the amino acids, we were able to create this little quantum package, if you like, of nutrients available to the plant. Yeah. So that's how we started, and we fed it to our potatoes. And one of the serendipitous results that we found when we were doing it is that the plants that we grew with our iron in them, so we did a lot of trials based on a NASA formulation of our base nutrients. We just substituted the iron in and we changed the different concentrations. And what we found was by putting the iron in there with the amino acids as well, that the plants were growing a lot faster.
Right, okay.
And so what we found with all of the plants, and as you can see from these beds here, the plants are typically about 2 weeks ahead of where they would be. And all we've done in that case is just change the iron, the form of the iron that's available to the plant. So they get to there, and then we saw increases in yield as well. So for example, on a tomato plant, we can see an increase of about 100%.
That's a lot, mate. Huge,
which is a lot, right? Yeah. But typically, across species like chilies, you're looking around about the 60% to 20% species, dependent. But we also hit the target that we were talking about. We made the iron go into the plant as well. So we were able to produce a potato which has got 3 times the amount of iron that steak does, that red meat does.
Great.
So you've got more nutritional value then actually inside the potato, which makes it more bioavailable to people. So we've been working with commercial farmers in agri-tech for a number of years now in terms of growing strawberries, tomatoes, chilies, potatoes, and now we've just started a joint venture with Warwickshire to get these products onto the market for everybody.
Yeah, it sounds like
so it's
great
a win-win.
sort
You
of thing,
get better quality plants, quicker
better
harvest,
nutrition,
and then increased nutritional
Excellent.
value.
That's
on
good
there
stuff.
as well.
Yeah. How did you guys get involved with Kevin then?
So we were looking, so Kevin's been interested obviously in beating world records.
Yeah, of course he is, yeah.
And so we started talking to him a few months ago now in terms of can we help him design some of the base nutrients that he might need or he might think are important.
Yeah.
And rather than him depending on a chemical supplier to give him what they give him, we can start to engineer and start to design things like boron, molybdenum, manganese, all those trace elements that Kevin
bring him down to the
needs.
microscopic or the
Try and make them all
nano.
bioavailable.
Kevin's here as a Lawbeck's innovation partner.
Right,
for
okay.
this show.
Oh, right, okay.
And over the next few months, he's going to be working with us, trialing all the different formulations.
Oh, that's
that we
good.
put together.
Because we're working with Kevin, helping him to establish his YouTube channel and things like that. So hence the reason we came over to have a little chat with him and things like that. And what we found over the years, like all of our viewers and stuff have been interested in technology like this, but it's not, the information hasn't been out there for them. And when you guys said about it then, I thought,
we've got all of the details in terms of the growth, the increase in yield. We've got it all on the posters over there.
We will have a look at them now, obviously, while we were having a chat about this.
We're publishing stuff as well in the academic journals. Part of our press innovation, if you like, from the university is to try and get that into the farmers' journals and things like that.
Yeah,
we did some work with chilies.
Yeah.
And we've got a flyer that we'll give you which shows, even increase in Scovilles.
Oh, right, that's excellent. So basically then, when if you can help to increase like the Caroline Reaper for argument's sake, just knock it up another couple of 100,000 on the Scoville range, you're laughing, and that's what you're after, like,
That's our challenge, you say, to go and get in the Guinness Book of Records for the world's spiciest chili.
Yeah.
But it works for
you've got a big one to beat.
But you see, it's like the tomatoes, you can increase the nutritional value, including the vitamin C in there and the bricks content as well. Because basically all you're doing is you're giving the plant what it wants. You're just giving it. And so therefore
and it's like anything else in life, isn't it?
The analogy I use is if you look at this, the heights of like Chinese population, say 50 years ago, to the height of the Chinese population now, there's a massive difference, and that's because they've got a more nutritional balance.
We'll get this to you later on, guys, all right? We'll make it available via the Facebook group, okay? So So don't worry about it. We'll make sure this is available via the Facebook group, and we'll keep in touch with Kevin over all of this stuff, and we'll feed that out for you guys as well. Have you got a card or anything that we can have as well?
Drop me
Marvellous.
a line.
Okay, great. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you one of our leaflets,
Yep.
and then you know where we are, and then if we can help you with anything, give us a shout.
Yep.
All right? We've got a
I'll get our
multi-platform
press team to
thing.
link up to you and stuff as
Yeah,
well,
that'd be
and then,
great, yeah.
and we can share
All
materials
right,
and
excellent.
stuff like
That'd be fantastic.
Nice
Thank
to
you very
meet
much. I appreciate it. Thanks for your time. As you saw there, we had a really good interview, all about nanotechnology within soil and stuff. So we're going to keep doing things like this over the next few months. There's all sorts of stuff. Some compost bins here that you can compost in 30 days. So that's quite a new little product. It's got a thermostat in it as well. So this is obviously a hot compost rather than relying on worms, but looks great. Pull out the door. Not sure how rugged it would be. Being polystyrene, but it's all hinged, so it looks a nice piece of kit. And we found the largest wheelbarrow in the world, and Brian and I were trying to figure out, when that's full of soil, how you're going to move it. I think you need to hook it up to a tractor or something. Yeah. Just to give you some sort of idea how big this is. It is a huge wheelbarrow. So we'll have a wander up here now, and we'll have a look at what's around here. This is going to be a really long episode, guys, but we want to give you an idea of the show itself and what's going on. Various companies selling seeds and stuff. There's spring seeds there.
That's the lady for the chilies. If you want good chili plants, come and
Sea
see them.
Springs, yeah. Yeah, these do look good chili plants actually. And I like the way they're using the coir plugs as well with chilies. Coir plugs, guys, are really good if you're if you're going to use high value plants, things like your tomatoes and your chilies, just to start them off. But you know, don't go putting lettuce and things like that in them, because obviously you're not going to benefit. But high value plants definitely use coir plugs, things like that. Quite a nice stall here if you want your bulbs and things like that. Seems to have a lot of stuff. Plenty there, haven't they? Yeah, them alliums are huge. 3 bulbs for a tenner.
One for Bill Gardner.
Yeah, Bill loves those, doesn't he? The RSPB stand. Some nice insect hotels on here. And I think everybody should be having at least one of those in their plots these days. Really attract the nature in, and it will take care of the pests and stuff like that in your plots. That's quite a nice little system, isn't it? So if you sit that on top there, I'll push the plug up?
No,
No?
The dents in it.
I've got to start from the beginning if you've got a minute.
Yeah,
Only
if
take
we
a
can do
second.
that, we can do that.
It's a 3-piece unit.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a toy. It's really good plastic.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it seems to be really robust.
Fill that with your chosen compost, whether
Okay.
you like to grow your seeds or your cuttings in.
Yeah.
Place it on the tray in that position. All
Right.
the instructions are on the box.
Yeah,
Water it only from the bottom.
excellent.
Let the water permeate up for a couple of hours. Should you wish, you can invert the lid. Gives you a dimple
Craig
to
in,
plant your
yeah.
seeds. It's only secondary that.
Yeah, okay.
Plant it up, then you look for the shaded portion on the lid, place it over the handles, and you've got a sealed container.
All right, that's
As
great.
such, humidity will rise in there rapidly.
Yeah.
The lid will condensate, and it self-waters from those dimples directly over the seed.
All right.
Under
good.
those conditions, your seeds will germinate very rapidly. Once they've made 1 to 2 leaves, turn the lid through 90 degrees, and that gives you a
an
vent
air
hole
vent, yeah.
all the way across the top to stop
good.
damping off and die
Can I just
back.
show that to the camera, a second, the
Yeah.
vent? If you notice here, guys, there's a very, very small vent there, just by turning it around. So that's good. So I'll stop the condensation then, at that point,
That's right, yeah. Which stops the dampening off and the dieback.
Okay,
And then when it's time to plant out, unfortunately I haven't got the demonstrator with me, but
okay,
you turn that to the cutaway section.
yeah,
Those posts there, when you're in that position, you pull the wings out, press it down,
and that's how they come up.
and they all
Okay.
get ejected.
That's excellent. And what do these retail at?
We're selling at 16 at the show. They're 16.99 in the catalogue, so you get about
That's
£1
excellent,
off.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a really good piece of kit, isn't it? So nice little plug there. What are they in?
49.
It's 49.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, thanks for showing me this,
That's
sir.
all right.
I appreciate
Designed
it.
to fit on a domestic windowsill, so that
Yeah.
if you haven't got a heated greenhouse, you can
You
still
can
get
still get
of the
ahead,
game.
yeah. Excellent. Yeah, have we got a card or something that we
I
can...
can give you a
What's
catalogue,
the
that's probably the best
a
bet.
catalogue, yeah? There's the website address here, guys. Is that for... They're the same... Oh, you are.
Inside cover.
Let's have a look, I know. There we go, guys.
Thank you. I'll put that in the box for him. The boss will be here tomorrow if you're...
We will have representatives here tomorrow, but it won't be us ourselves, okay?
He'll be
Marvellous.
Here, be here in the afternoon.
Oh, excellent. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll put that in there. So as you can see, guys, there's loads of really good innovative products that you get to see when you walk around these sorts of shows. I have to say about this table and chairs here, this is massive. This is a 5-foot bench, or table I should say, and it's got 2 benches and 4 chairs, and it's just 690 quid. Yeah, I couldn't make it for that price out of scrap timber, let alone buy it. It's such a great deal, like, you know. And you don't get deals like this, you know, in the shops. You've got to come to shows for it. So at 2 o'clock, Kevin Forte is going to be talking. So we've got about 20 minutes, and we're going to get over there. So, as you can see, there's stalls everywhere. The National Allotment Society is over here, and in one of our episodes, we spoke that we believe that they should be helping the next generation and things. So we will have a chat with them, but I doubt we'll do it on camera. But we think that they should be pushing for allotments in the UK to be helping to support their schools. And we know a lot of allotments do that, but I think we should be getting on and promoting it a lot more so that every allotment puts a bit of land away for sort of people to go from schools and to train our next generation of children. Okay, so we're going to work our way over here a little bit. So we've got the Home Farmer magazines here. For those people, as you know, we keep poultry, and Brian is just taking it up as well. They got some quite nice chicken lodges and stuff here. And what's this made from?
It's made from recycled plastic.
Recycled plastic, is it?
Yeah, it's food grade stuff, so it's typically the stuff that's used to make bottle
So the
tops
lids and
things
stuff like that. Can I show the camera that?
Yes, of course.
So this is exactly what it's made from, bottle tops, guys. Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Easiest thing there.
So it's just shredded bottle tops. They make these things. I bet they're really good to clean as well,
Yeah,
and,
they're really,
and
really
stuff for
easy to
poultry.
clean.
Can I open it up and have a
Yes,
look?
of course you can. Yeah. No, I mean half of the thing is that they're easy to clean. They're red mite don't like living in them.
Yeah, that's.
We give a 10-year.
If you come around and have a look at this, guys, 10-year warranty on it as well, is it?
Yeah.
It's superb, you know, and it's going to be really easy to clean. There's trays in the bottom. I really like this. It's something you're going to be able to, you know, disinfect really easy.
The fact that it's recycling as
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
The carbon footprint on the product is going to be quite low because you're using stuff that would normally go into landfill.
Yeah. Well, not only that, we give a 10-year warranty and they have a 20-year design life. Right. So in terms of their value for money, it's much, much better than your average wooden house, because a good quality wooden house, you'll pay the same amount.
Yeah.
But you'll also then have to spend money maintaining it. You'll have to spend money on chemicals to clean it. So there are all sorts of
So for
issues
those people
with
looking
houses.
for like just a couple of hens, 4 or 5 hens,
Yeah,
maybe in
that's
something
sort
like
of
that.
anything up to about a dozen with
Yeah.
that larger house over
Yeah,
there.
so it's ideal. Be no good for me, guys. I got like 50 odd. So, but
This, if you talk about this product itself, I mean, this thing actually opens and closes itself.
It's
Is
got
that right?
this one is fitted with an automatic door opener on the front, which will
that's fantastic. Oh, that you can see that
And
here,
you can
Brian.
actually see it
Yeah.
open and close here. So if you want it to close, you just press the button
Oh, look at this.
Wow.
That is fantastic, isn't it?
and that will close. And it will open and close either on ambient light or on a timer.
Oh, that's
So if
fantastic.
you don't want your chickens out, say before 8 o'clock in the morning, you set it up on the timer.
Yeah.
Or you can set it up on ambient light, so when it gets light, the chickens can come out. And the same thing at night.
Is that like a lithium battery then, or what
It
power
uses,
is it?
just uses 4 Duracell type batteries. So
that's brilliant,
any,
isn't
any good quality battery will power it for around about 3 months or so.
That's perfect. That's really good.
I know it's also Tony. They looks like they've got other products. That they
Yeah, I can see that. Rabbit.
We do other products as well, although to be honest with you, 90% of the things that we sell are the chicken coops. That's where we've been most successful.
Yeah, I bet because for someone starting out, it's not something that's unsightly either in the in the garden.
It really is for the back garden chicken keeper, where they want something to look pretty, and if they want something to look a bit funky and and attractive in the garden, they might choose blue, or we do them in yellow as well.
Oh, fantastic.
The colours are UV stable, so they won't fade very much. They'll fade a tiny bit in the sun, but in principle they'll.
And that's your website down there, yeah?
Yes, it is.
So if you guys get that little website down the bottom there, we run a gardening network.
Right.
Okay. Pretty much all of the social sites. So we've got Facebook, Twitters. We've got quite a large YouTube channel and what have you. So we've got subscribers from all over the world. So obviously we're here today. We're not showing this year, but we're here just sort of showing our subscribers the sort of innovative products are about. Yeah, absolutely. And something like this is superb. So
these have been around. We've been selling these for about 8 years now, and I've designed and developed them.
Yeah, it's
myself.
fantastic.
And we've got a very good name in the marketplace. We don't market them really hard, but if you go on the forums and things, you'll find people that have got our products.
And I find
really,
as well,
like them, so.
these things that the clips, they're nice and strong. They're not. You can feel they're not cheap. Do you know what I mean?
We use the screws and nuts and bolts. We use a few of them, and they're all stainless steel.
Yeah,
So again,
excellent.
we try and have it's a quality product.
Yeah.
It's designed to last anything up to 20 years. So.
Oh, that's great. So guys, for anybody who's looking for keeping poultry in their back garden, something like this would be superb. It's going to be durable. It's going to have a 20-year life out of it. It's going to be much better than building something out of timber. It's going to harbour the red mites and things like that. Fantastic piece of kit. So I urge you to get over to greenfrogdesigns.co.uk and have a look around for that. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks very
Appreciate
much
it. Cheers. Brian's doing all the hard work today. I'm just walking around talking to you guys, and he forgot the trolley.